Said this is the city's decision, they have an agreement at 3%. Today you said, well, I might have to impose an orange zone and I might have to close the schools, which an orange zone does. So what's going on? Does the city still have the ability to close its schools? Are you now taking control and saying that you have the power to make this decision? And for the millions of parents who want to know, are the schools going to open tomorrow in New York City?
All right. First of all, let's try not to be obnoxious and offensive in your tone, because you're 100% wrong. We announced the orange zone law over a month ago. I don't know if you were here or if you were paying attention, but that has been in effect for over a month. It always said, if by the state's numbers you hit 3%, the schools close. What's going on here is nothing that the law hasn't said for over a month. We then had the test out procedures. If you were paying attention, you would have known we closed the schools in New York City 2 weeks ago. Remember when we did an orange zone and a red zone in Brooklyn and Queens, and we closed the schools? Don't you remember that?
It was 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're now going to override. We did it already. That's the law, an orange zone and a red zone. Follow the facts.
I'm still confused.
Well, then you're confused.
I'm confused, and
Then I'll tell you what, Jimmy.
Parents are still confused as well. The schools
Oh,
in New
they're
York
not
City
confused.
tomorrow.
You're confused.
No, I think
Read
parents
the
are
law.
very confused as well.
Read the law, and you won't be confused.
But Governor,
Go ahead.
following Jimmy's question, are the schools going to be open tomorrow?
The schools are open by state law.
But will they be open tomorrow? That's the question. I think Jimmy's correct in asking that question. I don't think it's obnoxious at all.
Well, I don't really care what you think.
New York City's public school district, the largest in the United States, will cancel in-person classes starting on Thursday. The school closures come as the U.S. death toll from COVID-19 surpassed a record 250,000 lives lost, while state and local officials reimpose social distancing restrictions across the country. New York City's 1.1 million public school students have followed a staggered part-time system of classroom instruction and online learning since September. But Mayor Bill de Blasio announced Wednesday they would revert to distance learning after the city's virus infection rate hit 3%.
And I want to emphasize to parents, to educators, to staff, to kids, that we intend to come back and come back as quickly as possible.
New York City, once the U.S. epicenter of the pandemic, has seen a late autumn resurgence of the virus after a summertime lull. It now joins other large school districts like Boston and Detroit in canceling in-person learning. 41 states have reported record increases in daily COVID-19 cases this month. The Midwest, now the epicenter of the crisis,